When we talk about the past in English, we can talk about a point in time. For example, 4 o'clock yesterday, exactly 1 year ago, 2 hours ago, etc. We can talk about a named period of time, for example, yesterday, when I was young, or in 2006. We can talk about the unnamed past as well. For example, ever, already, yet, before now. So let's start off by looking at number 2, which is a named period of time in the past. Hi, John. Was it your birthday yesterday? Oh, hi, Sue. Yes, it was. What did you do? I woke up, washed, ate breakfast, drank coffee, walked the dog, went to work, worked, smoked cigarettes, wrote a report, ate lunch, read emails, met with a client, went home, went out, ate a meal, met friends, got drunk, and went home in a taxi. Wow, fascinating. Now, in this example, John tells Sue almost everything he did yesterday. He's talking about a period of time with a start and a finish. And he gives Sue a list. Now, everything on the list is from column 2. So basically, what he said was, yesterday, I 2 up, 2 breakfast, 2 coffee, 2 the dog, 2 to work, 2 cigarettes, 2 a report, 2 lunch, 2 emails, 2 with a client, 2 home, 2 out, 2 a meal, 2 friends, 2 drunk, and 2 home in a taxi. He uses column 2 because he's talking about a named period of time in the past. That is yesterday. So, what did you do? I, column 2. This is the past tense you'll probably use the most, because when we talk about the past, we're usually talking about a particular period of time. So, let's put this one into the picture. It's the box on the left. It's not at a specific point in time, but it isn't the completely undefined past. It's a period in the past with a start and a finish, and we know when it was. In other words, it's the named past. The box can be any size. It can be anywhere on the left of the now line. So, last week, John went to Kraków. He visited a jazz club and listened to Janusz Muniak, the famous tenor saxophonist. I ate breakfast earlier than usual this morning. In the 70s, we all wore flared jeans. Now, sometimes the box of time doesn't need to be named because it's obvious. Medieval knights wore armour, but someone else cleaned it for them. As you can see, the box can be anywhere in the past. It can be a few seconds ago or millennia. It doesn't matter. If it's the named past, this is the tense to choose. Now in Polish, we think of the past as finished, dokonane, or unfinished, niedokonane. In English, we don't think about that much. We're more concerned about how exact we want to be, how specific. So translating this tense from English into Polish, we usually use the dokonane past. No problem. It just doesn't always work in the other direction. In English, there's also a way to speak about the past when doesn't matter. We don't know, we don't care, it's not important, it's just in the past. Already, ever, never, often, occasionally, before now. So, hi Sue, are you hungry? Hi John, no, I'm not hungry. I have already eaten. Oh, okay. Have you ever been to London? Yes, I have been to London many times. Why do you ask? I have never visited London. What's it like? We have already seen other verbs used to help us make the right tense. For example, do you smoke? I am writing a report. And when we want to talk very generally about the past, we use the verb to have followed by column 3. So, I'm not hungry. I have already 3. Have you ever 3 to London? Hi Alice, I talked with John this morning. He said that he's never visited London. So we've learned about the tense which is not a tense. It's for general statements, known sometimes as the present simple. We've also learned that the real present tense uses column 1 plus ing, usually called the present continuous. After that, we learned about a couple of past tenses. Now here, I used column 2. We learned, because we're now talking about a particular time period in the past. That is, after we learned about the present tense. Okay. So let's put all of this in the same diagram we saw earlier. This unnamed, non-specific past, it's the cloud at the top on the left. It's a cloud because it doesn't matter where it starts or finishes, but it's on the left because it's in the past. So, now we understand how to talk about the general past and a named period of time in the past. But what if we want to talk about something happening at a point of time in the past? Remember the real present tense, the present continuous. I am column 1ing. We are column 1ing. You are column 1ing. You are column 1ing. He, she, it is column 1ing. They are column 1ing. Everyone is column 1ing. The real present tense is for talking about now, exactly now. It's a point of time. So if we want to talk about a point of time in the past, we use the verb to be, I am, are, is, etc. But in the past, was, were, was, followed by one-ing. So, I was one-ing, you were one-ing, he, she or it was one-ing, we were one-ing, you, all of you were one-ing, they were one-ing. So when the detective asks, what were you doing at 7 p.m. on the 21st of July? You reply, I was sitting in a restaurant. I was eating a meal with my friends. We were celebrating a birthday. All continuous verbs work in the same way. They all use to be followed by one-ing. And they all refer to a point in time. Let's go back to the picture. The sign marks a point. The X marks a point in time. It can be anywhere in the space on the left of the now line, just like the box. But we're thinking of time as a point. Now, it doesn't have to be a very short time. You can think of a second, a year, or even a century as points in time. Geologists might even think of millennia as points. It's your decision. And the easiest one to use if you're talking about the niedokonane past. Hey man, what were you doing in the 1970s? I was studying to be a lawyer. Wow, I was smoking grass and listening to Jimi Hendrix. What the hell were you doing last night at that party? Nothing, dear. Were you daydreaming in your English lesson?